I'm a block boy and block boys do block things. I'm a block boy and block boys do block things. I'm a block boy and block boys do block things. Once you in it, then you in it, and there's no stopping. I'm a block.
Welcome back. Let's go.
BlockBoy SportsTalk.
Man, Vex.
Playoff winning weekend.
Woo-wee.
And it was everything we expected and
More, much more, man.
Live followers.
Shout out to everybody out there.
Shout out to everybody who comes each and every week for the predictions, for the love,
Getting down to the nitty
for the
gritty.
humor,
Yes, sir.
for the updates.
All of that. And we appreciate everybody who comment, talk to us, and tell us about what they think about their favorite team and what's going on in the NFL. Because, you know, once we finish with this, we're going right into that NBA thing. But right now, we want to talk about the playoffs, man. So I know y'all seen the playoffs this week. We had some incredible games, as always. And, you know, 1 or 2 games wasn't that good, but hey, we was there.
It was there. It was the road to the Super Bowl.
Jacksonville and the Chiefs.
Jacksonville and your homie.
My homie.
Your homie had a tough one, man. He limped his way through it.
To a victory.
To the victory, man. Shows that he's definitely MVP candidate. Trevor Lawrence gave a good effort.
He's done.
Yeah, he's definitely Mahomes fought his way back into the game.
Shout out Henny. Henny put the Band-Aid on for a minute while Mahomes went out.
He got that with that famous image juice because he came back.
Yes,
know
sir.
about that image juice.
Hey, he had something in him.
He came back out and finished the job as he got paid to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The first game, shout out to Kansas City. They trying to get back to the Super Bowl.
Patty Cake, baby. It's always my main man, Patty Cake. He seems to just perform. And he is going to the NFC Championship game. And
For the 5th time straight.
For the 5th time straight. 5 times in a row.
5 in a row.
Damn. Say that out loud. 5 times in a row. That's big.
That's real
Patty
big.
Cake, man. My goodness.
As a youthful quarterback.
And, you know, also on the AFC side, we had the Bengals and the Bills. We really thought this was going to be a much better game. But,
People trying to go back to the Super Bowl, man.
we said that, again, if you watched previous episodes of this cast, you guys know that we've been pretty spot on. Yeah. All you got to do is go back and review it.
Go back.
If you want to tell a friend, hey, I know a guy.
BlockBoy SportsTalk.
BlockBoy SportsTalk. I know a guy. Listen to these guys and they tell me what's going to happen. It's like, you know, we got the crystal ball like Mr. Cleo's and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Pretty much.
So, as
Cincinnati, Joe Cool.
Back to the Super. Listen.
I'm not saying my man Josh choked.
But he did have a sandwich with some peanut butter on it and no milk.
Man, Josh put on Joe put on the better performance.
Joe Cool went into his house, and you know, shout out to Hamlin, who came back from his tragic injury that stopped the game that they played previously, and this was almost like a rematch. And the NFL, I think, put Cincinnati in a precarious situation when they was talking about the coin flip and all of that, home field and all that stuff, and I think they took that very personally. And they said, we're going to come to your house and we're going to put that Timberland in you.
Hey man, I was just watching a documentary of Joe Cool. I didn't know how much he went through when he went to college. And the man's for real. We had been speaking all year.
Absolutely.
They took Baltimore out. They won the division.
And he played behind a guy who's no longer in the league. That's crazy. The LSU and the whole. Go watch the Joe Burrow story. Y'all know see how he was. He had to move around and make it happen.
They saying that's the new America's team.
It might have to be because
no man.
Hey man. And moving on to the NFC, talking about America's team. But I want to talk about the Giants and the Eagles real quick because that one, if you had a pillow and a blanket, you could have got you some rest.
A lot of people was talking to me recklessly. They were like, man, the Giants going to, they're all healthy. They coming in, they're going to be a different team. This, that, and the third.
Dumpster juice.
I called people back at halftime of my old Madden days. I was like, yo, you want to push the reset button? That's skunk.
Yeah.
Like when you got the controller and you get the 21, you get your possession, and then if you don't score, you got to pass the controller.
You gotta pass the
You know what I'm
stick.
saying? So that's pretty much what happened at halftime.
Pass the stick.
Wasn't no miraculous, comeback Minnesota. No, wasn't none of that. It was a skunk at halftime.
It was a wrap.
It was a snoozer.
I mean,
After that, you could have went in and did something else.
Did something different. That was that, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Dabo and them, they weren't really prepared for what Philadelphia Eagles are doing up there. They are
Not the slightest difference.
they are hitting on all cylinders right now, and they looking like they want to try to take it to take the distance. They look great. They came out. They were at home. They protected their house. They like, we got home. We were well rested, and we were ready for this game for whoever showed up.
New York who?
And yeah, they sent them back to the Empire State.
They got the people breaking up. People thinking about leaving the Giants. All that. Anyway, man.
It is what it is.
Philadelphia did what they were supposed to do. They handled business. Moving on to Purdy and the boys.
Ooh,
Purdy and the
Purdy's still looking pretty good.
really good.
The Cowboys defense played pretty good that day. The San Francisco defense played lights out because they had 2 takeaways of that guy named Dak,
As I stated,
who's
if they
gonna
do
get
not
put on
put
his
up
Dak Prescott.
30 points, they not gonna win.
Well,
12 points ain't gonna do it.
yeah, but not only that, but you can't just give the rock away. And I don't know. I'm here to tell you that I think that majority of the Cowboys team were prepared for that game, and Dak just wasn't for whatever reason. And he's starting to appear like a guy that shouldn't be on this team because his team looks like they're ready, and he threw it away.
He's
Literally.
inconsistent, to say the least. He's inconsistent.
Threw it away.
In San Francisco, to say the most, they've been the most consistent.
Most consistent of the last 12 weeks.
Whoever they lose, whoever hurt, it don't even matter. They lining up 11.
And they getting it done.
And they getting it done.
With a rookie quarterback.
Rookie quarterback, they lining up 11.
Yeah, so I mean, they're gonna be a tough out. Great game though. At least that game was a defensive game.
Defensive game, but at the state, you gotta put up more points than that.
Oh, no question. No question.
And
Without
they
a shadow
escaped
of a doubt.
too, because it could have went bad for them. It could have went bad for them.
Yeah. It could have been. Well, like I said, Dak pretty much. I mean, I don't know any way to put it other than he shit the bed. I mean, that's all I can say. This is a big game. You got an opportunity to take your ball club to the next level, and you squandered it away. I can't really blame a lot of coaching. The one thing they did was crazy at the end of the game, last play of the game. That was retarded, whatever that was. I don't know, but that doesn't even matter. The game was over with. But you had a great opportunity to win the ball game, and you squandered it away, and it was all on you. I put that squarely on Dak's shoulders, and they need to reevaluate. I mean, I would be drafting a quarterback, me personally.
Moving forward to next week's Super Bowl. Super Bowl pick, not Super Bowl.
Contenders, because you had the NFC and the AFC
You got
championship.
the AFC and NFC championships.
The Bengals
Road to
against
Super Bowl.
Hey, Joe Burrow going back against my homie, man. That's going to be a fantastic. Get your popcorn ready.
Both of these games are definitely going to be fantastic games.
Yes.
That's why they call it championships. Man. AFC and NFC championship.
Philly and the
games.
Niners coming across the wall, coming all the way across to the East Coast now. They got to come and in the Philly house. Philly look like they're ready. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, man. I see another low-scoring affair in that game.
In San Fran and Philly?
Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's going to be low-scoring. I think both defenses are going to really be hard for the Bengals and Kansas City. They both going to put up some points. That's going to be a
I got you calling good money on that.
Yeah.
I don't know about San Fran though. San Fran, if they're gonna be able to hold Philly like that, I think Philly's gonna put up at least 30.
No.
You don't think Philly's gonna?
No, not at all. Not at all. San Fran
24?
defense is what it is.
24.
I don't know. I'm trying to tell you. I think it's going to be one of those like maybe
2010, 2017.
2017, 20. You know what I mean? Something like that. Some of those. It's going to be low scoring. It's not going to be a lot of touchdowns scored in that game because they're going to fight it out. That's what I'm predicting in that one. But it's going to be, both games are going to be fantastic. This is what you waited for. And when you look throughout the season, these are the teams that were top 10 for the most part all season.
All 4 of these
all season
been out
long.
top 5.
At some point.
The last couple of weeks.
At some point, yeah. So
almost. Woo. So with that being said, there's no top 5, but who do you got on the East and who do you have on the West?
Well, there's no top 5. The top
AFC 4. And NFC. We have the AFC. We have the NFC.
I hedged with Patty Cake. I put him in front. He's been my MVP all year. I've been screaming. Go back and watch. I've been screaming Patty Cake all year, man. I can't stop.
You don't think Joe gets it?
I love Joe Cool. Joe Cool is a monster, and he's very well
Patty
made.
Cake with the hurt leg beat Joe Cool.
Man, they gonna hit him with that needle. He ain't gonna feel a thing. He ain't gonna feel a thing.
They're gonna repeat the interview, wrap him up real tight.
He's somewhere
sit
there.
on
He's somewhere there getting treatment. Yeah, he gonna be all right. I think he'll be fine. He's gonna come out there all charged up on that juice. And if they protect him, he's gonna do what he does. He's gonna do what he does. Hey man, I'm trying to tell you.
For magic, man. Mahomes magic.
And then as far as the NFC, San Francisco has been my number one. I don't know, for about 8 weeks running. I can't not stay with my number one. I picked them to win last week.
San Francisco.
I picked them to win again this week. I think they come into Philly, fight it out. They'll have some kind of scheme to slow Hurts down from running all over them. And I think they edge them out, man. San Francisco and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. That's what I'm predicting.
That's interesting. Me on the other side, on the flip side of the coin.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going with Joe Cool with the upset. Ooh. And I'm going with Philadelphia. On Joe Cool, I'm going.
Hey, that'd be a great Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That'd be a great Super Bowl.
I got the flip side of the coin.
Hey, that'd be a great Super Bowl. And it's not even, because we need a third person would have a split. Somebody take San Fran and Cincinnati or KC and
I'm taking Philly. I'm taking Philly 30. I got to put up 30.
I just don't see it.
30 to 21, 22 maybe, 30 to 20. I got Hurts just doing enough.
I'm not buying into that because I think that the Giants weren't that good. It's similar to how the Cowboys beat the brakes off Tampa Bay. They just weren't that good. Giants are similar to Tampa Bay. They're just not that good. And Philly looked a lot better than you give them. You forgetting San Fran.
I love San Fran. I love San Fran, but I think it's Philadelphia's time to go to the Super Bowl.
They all year long, outside of Jalen Hurts being hurt, they was dominant.
They've been the favorite.
So,
and they looked at, to me, they looked it up their caliber. I know it worked against the unso-worthy Giants, but they looked it back and forth, and they got to put up points.
Right.
And I got them putting up 30.
Okay. We're gonna see. I don't think so, but hey, if they do it, they win that game.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
But if they don't do that, Purdy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Cincinnati repeating Super Bowl.
Ooh, going to the Super Bowl,
but they didn't win.
Right.
This has been BlockBoy SportsTalk.
Yes, sir.
We got the leads going out. Mr. The Eubanks and Liam Smith fight. We did. It came on already. It was a pay-per-view.
Well,
we didn't really box talking, but I will say this: it was an upset, and Eubanks Preview Jr. got knocked out.
But we need to have a box talk coming up because we got some major fights coming up soon.
Yeah, the only thing I seen is Adrian Broner, but after that,
well, April's right around the corner.
They said the Tank Davis fight, Tank and Brian Garcia is signed. That's what they said. They said they are trying to build the undercards. That's going to be one of the major fights of this year.
Okay.
Keith Thurman is supposed to be signed to fight Earl Spence at 154.
Ooh.
Keith gets really nothing but notoriety for this fight because he doesn't win the 147 belt. He just gets the check.
Yes.
And beat down.
And of course, coming soon with more BlockBoy Sports Talk, we're gonna get right into that NBA, right into the thick of it, right there around, right about All-Star breaks, where we dive into that and we give you a weekly report on what's going on with that
And
NBA.
Kyrie Irving and that was a shootout.
Well,
And Steph,
I mean, well,
I don't even know how that.
well, like I said before, because if we start talking, we don't be here too long. It's too much. It's too much.
Definitely too much.
They don't even know who my favorite player is. Luka Doncic. Man, wait till we talk about this guy. That is to testify. But anyway,
This has been BlockBoy SportsTalk.
yes sir, it's your boy Dex.
Marco Polo.
Y'all know how we do it each
See
and
y'all
every week.
next week going into the Super Bowl, baby.
See you, son.
Peace.
BlockBoy. Yeah. Hey, it's gonna be real, man. I tell you, this week gonna be tough.
Boy and block boys do block things. I'm a block boy and block boys do block things. I'm a block boy and block boys do block things. Once you